these EU tariffs on Chinese imported EVs imported into Europe, they're kind of a red herring, right? Because, I mean, what we've seen BYD do, right, setting up plant and equipment in a factory in Turkey, that's probably more of the whole point, to attract Chinese investment into Europe to create and also save jobs there.
Well, indeed. A rule of thumb in the auto industry is, excuse me, you make vehicles where you sell them. That's to avoid tariffs, but also currency fluctuations and logistics costs. So these tariffs will affect a lot of Chinese automakers and their plans for Europe. But in the long term, I think it will simply accelerate their already in place plans to set up local manufacturing there.
Stephen, if Chinese automakers are on track to capture 1/3 of the global automotive market by 2030, then what does the fight back amongst their competitors, amongst Tesla and the legacy manufacturers in Europe and North America, what does that look like? And does it just come down to competing on price or new offerings?
Well, certainly like many new sort of players in the auto market, starting with Japan in the 70s and 80s and the Korean automakers in the 90s and Tesla with EVs in the 2010s. Now, I think, is the time for Chinese automakers to bring their value proposition, which is value for money, into the rest of the world. And I think that's a very compelling value proposition for a lot of consumers, especially based on our recent EV consumer survey that indicated even in the US and Europe, there was high interest in buying a Chinese EV. And the main thing was really the feature content for the price that you can get is very compelling.